Well, hey everyone, my name is Nathan Jones, and if you're new here, welcome. I like to talk about all things movies, specifically Blu-rays, and if you didn't notice, I kind of love A24. A24 has been something that I've been in love with for a long, long time, and ever since kind of the mid-2000s, when I discovered them, I just kind of fell in love, and my favorite being that one right there. Maybe it's on my shirt. But I just recently started getting back onto my physical media journey where I'm talking about physical media and picking up, physical titles again. And recently I actually just picked up things from the A24 website where I picked up 3 titles. And I watched all 3 of them, and I want to talk about those today. It's a little slice of A24. So today we're going to be talking about these 3 films, and I'm just going to be briefly talking about them, kind of giving my ranking, and honestly, just gushing about how much I love this company right here, this production company, this marketing company that has only done incredible things. So the film I'm talking about is Love Lies Bleeding. This is the sophomore film from Rose Glass, who directed the wonderful Saint Maud, the underseen Saint Maud, because it came out during the pandemic. But this movie is a hodgepodge of different genres. It is a romance first and foremost, but is also a neo-noir thriller with some elements of horror in it as well. There's some body horror in this movie. The muscles and the love is kind of the glue of this story. It's between these 2 women right here, Kristen Stewart and Katie O'Brien, who is Lou and Jackie, respectively. Both are terrific, and this is, I believe, the first film I've ever watched Katie O'Brien in, who just stole the show with her extreme muscles and the love of bodybuilding, especially female bodybuilding. Besides those 2, it has Jenna Malone in it, Ed Harris, and Dave Franco, just to name a few people in this movie. It has a really star-studded cast, actually, for such a terrific film that is very unique and something that I've never seen before in my life, and the ending just twisted me in the best way possible. So I definitely recommend people check out Love Lies Bleeding. If you're a fan of like Thelma and Louise and some like David Cronenberg, that's a combination of something you would love to watch. So yeah, Love Lies Bleeding, terrific film, great film from A24, some awesome special features as well, some featurettes, behind the scene featurettes as well. I cannot recommend this film enough. It's a 4.5 out of 5. I'm going to Letterboxd. It's such a great film. So this next film I want to spotlight is one by a director that I really love, Kelly Reichardt, and this is Showing Up. This is starring Michelle Williams, Hong Chow, among a bunch of great people in it, and it really is a story about friendship, creativity, art, and art is at the center. It's the plot. They're at an art school, and Michelle Williams' character is kind of a down on her luck curmudgeon of sorts with a lot of the different things going on in her life, and not a big fan of a lot of the small little kind of problems that are happening that are interfering with her, just, I guess, the way that she wants to be and her expression, I suppose. And that is seen evidently throughout this film as she's exploring these interactions between her friends, her coworkers, and her families. What makes this film so interesting is this movie covers somebody going through something where you can tell something's not right in their life, and they're kind of blaming other people for it. But it takes a little pigeon, a pigeon who breaks its wings, to kind of piece that together in a way, and taking care of that pigeon, of something that you didn't even want to take care of, can kind of piece together your own life. And that's all I'll say about this film, but it's a creative endeavor. I love this film from, this great director that I honestly cannot just wait to explore more of her films. I've enjoyed everything I've seen so far with it. But Showing Up is just a terrific little story of, it's got comedic elements to it, it's got dramatic elements, but it also has a relatability, and that's what matters. And the last film that I want to talk about is one that really hit me hard. This movie I actually watched right after waking up during a nap. I normally don't nap, but I woke up in REM and I decided, let's put on Zone of Interest right here. That sounds like a good idea. This is directed by Jonathan Glazer. I was a huge fan of Glazer's last works output. I loved Tar so much. But this movie is a whole nother beast. This movie is a sensation in the sensorial way. It is a film that's very haunting. So the plot of this film is we have the commandant of Auschwitz who lives right outside of Auschwitz with his family, kind of just trying to live their normal life during the horrors of World War II and during the horrors of, obviously, the genocide during this time period. And you can hear literally every nuance of of terror going on in this film, all while looking at the beautiful cinematography of Jonathan Glazer's work, where you're just literally kind of mesmerized by the image because it's a gorgeous film. This is actually, I got this on 4K. It looks terrific. And it also sounds terrific because the sound design is, I mean, obviously up, up a level because of the fact that it's trying to showcase that horror of the unseen. And it is really telling. And like I said, I watched this movie in the middle of kind of waking up in a REM cycle where I was already disoriented, and this movie made me even more disoriented. So much so that I had to take a walk after watching this movie and kind of clear my head. That's how powerful this movie was, and is one that I did not expect to move me as such a film. And honestly, all these movies together really just moved me in such great ways, and that's kind of why I wanted to spotlight these films in general, and spotlight A24, and talk about the films that I believe that they're, putting out some interesting work that is testing the waters of what's going on in today's, I guess, cinematic landscape. So anyway, I want to say thank you so much for checking out this little brief video. I just wanted to give a little slice of A24 and kind of express some of my recent viewings. But have you watched any of these films? Have you watched any recent A24 films? I would love to know in the comment section down below what your thoughts on these films are. So anyway, I want to say thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a like, comment down below, share, hit the notification bell, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. I'm not jonesing around.